DMA 202 pitch deck marker. Hey, hope everyone's doing well. This little lecture is about a pitch deck. Now, a pitch deck is primarily it's a document for people to see, to visually express your film. Because up until this point, it's all been on paper or some sort of document, and it's you sort of explaining with words what's going on. So a lot of the big use for a pitch deck is for people in the people like the cinematographer, the production designer or art department, wardrobe, producers, for a lot of people to get a sense of the style and the look of your film. In the last video, I used Star Wars as an example. This would be, if just the story outline for Star Wars, guy on a planet, it's a sci-fi, guy on a planet wants to leave home and go on adventures, and you get no sense of the world. So I imagine, I haven't seen the pitch deck for Star Wars, but I imagine it's got drawings of robots, the colors, R2-D2 with the blue, Darth Vader, the black. So colors like black and red for, one side for evil. The classic white gowns, the Jedis, sort of more of a religious, your classic religious sort of theme. So if you kind of think of it like that, that's sort of, you're just visually trying to show what your story's about. So that's it. It's an important part. It's a huge part. So I'm gonna jump in real quick. Look at the assignment. Create a pitch deck for a short film. An effective pitch deck introduces your project in a visually exciting and emotionally powerful way. It captures the reader's imagination, allowing them to see and feel the story and embrace the characters. So, an effective pitch deck introduces your project in a visually exciting and emotionally powerful way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's all kind of visual. You usually fill a pitch deck with a little bit of it's called copy, like written word, just little snippets. And those are similar to, you would have your story outline in there, or a synopsis, or a log line, that type of thing. Pitch deck is just, it's just something that you want to, it's eye candy for whoever needs to understand your film. So that could be in the form of a PDF. You open it up and it's just pages of stills from films that are similar to the style that you're looking for. The wardrobe, photos of the wardrobe that you're kind of going for. If it's a period piece, is it the 60s? So you would show kind of wardrobe from the 60s. A big part of it also is the color palette. We go back to Star Wars, the dark, the black, the white, with some blue. That film isn't beige, green with Dago pink, or it sticks to kind of a color scheme, and that creates a guide for your production design, your wardrobe, your art department. Those colors, even your cinematographer, if you say I want this in sort of muted colors, sort of beige colors, orange, burnt red, and browns. Your cinematographer is going to especially go, okay, well, we're not lighting this with crazy, pink and crazy blues. That doesn't fit the color palette. The same with wardrobe. They may use colors that go well with that color palette, complementary colors. I've got one. This is what you'll create for your final project is a production binder, but big part what's in the production binder. It started off as a pitch deck, so I have this as a PDF. And you'll be able to get that on the Google Drive or Canvas. I'll have that uploaded. And I'll open that up and you'll be able to see the PDF. But this is a great book to have, having this binder on set with all those, it's already been thought about. So if any decisions need to be made on set, you have a guide. So, you'll plan as much as you can, but obviously things, issues and problems come up while you're shooting. So if you need that guide to help you make that decision, this production binder is great. And so this can help with colors and all sorts of things. But let's take a quick look at that. So that production was called The Tree. I believe the film is, I'll also have that up in examples. So I'm at Spring, Clark College, DMA 202 for students, and Spring, week 2, and I have an examples of The Tree, which is that production binder that I just showed you, and the film of The Tree. This looks like the running time is 13, 14 minutes. So it's 4 minutes longer than I want you guys to do yours. But I could probably just jump around The Tree. Greens. Lots of greens. I just jumped to this. It's got a little sci-fi, medical, clean. Let's see. Look at that. That's very futuristic. And those colors. Colors right here. That was probably in the that purple. Love that. So this is their production binder. Let's see if there's anything. So they have logline treatment. They have character bios. Now this is really getting pretty detailed. This is a really good overall production binder. But in your pitch deck, let's see if anything stands out. And this is getting deep into the assistant director's world. And I'm gonna review this again when we get further into the productions, because this is a great example. They've got floor plans, everything. But for this project, for this assignment, there is, let's see. So the pitch deck is essentially a sales presentation for your film, helping clients to visualize your project. Now, when we say clients, you could replace that word with cast, crew, a producer. You would consider me the producer. So I need to be pitched. Like, if you just tell me, no, it's going to be amazing. No, it's going to be real cool. It's going to be, everybody thinks their project's going to be cool. I want to see some of the visual aspects and see that you've even put thought into it. Besides just tell me it's cool, that doesn't help. This type of thing, the pitch deck, really helps convince people that your project is worth investing time into. So it's the pitch deck is sort of a two-pronged effect. One, it helps the cast and crew, and it helps guide you and everybody involved in a cohesive vision. But it also helps us get to that point. It helps sells us your idea. So the big things I need in this is your story outline, which you've already done. A log line. That is one line describing your story, or one line version of your story outline. Good log lines. Let's see. Go back to this tree production. Log line. Ada has committed the ultimate crime of her time. She grows plants. Cyan, an undercover agent that specializes in finding deviants, is hot on her trail. Can Ada convince Cyan to change everything one corp has taught her? So you learn a lot that, it's these two main characters. One struggling against a greater power, and they actually just describe what that greater power is. Okay, so you have to also have your genre. Be clear on what your genre is. I would recommend not trying to blend genres. Some filmmakers are very talented at blending genres. It's extremely tough to do. Stick to one genre. Main characters. So know your main characters. They need to be in there. And describe them. Quick description of your characters. Let's see. Let's use this tree again. Ada, late 20s, early 30s. Ada says things in a deliberate manner, generally keeps to herself, and blends in, mostly average person. This really helps you just writing those out, because it also helps later on in the script. Because if you already know how your characters are, you know how they would react in certain situations. If you get somebody that's timid and they're in a bank when the bank robbery's going on, you know they're probably not going to stand up and try and take the gun out of the bank robber. If you have a character that is just full of confidence and is cocky, and then that character in the same situation probably would try and take the gun from the bank robber. That's just a little quick example. So knowing your characters, giving them names, ages, descriptions, a little bit about their background. That's what needs to go in here. Casting ideas. Who would you want to play those characters? If you see, is it Tom Cruise? Is it, Dustin Hoffman? Is it Susan Sarandon? You'll probably be able to tell who you see playing these characters. You can put a couple options in there. You can have 3 or just one character, one actor. Color palette. 3 main colors and 5 complementary colors. What I just pulled up right now is, this was actually a real quick pitch deck I did for a potential music video. These are also very helpful. Again, like I said, you help sells your idea. So, they can be applied, music video, narrative, even documentary, commercials especially. Commercials need pitch decks. But narratives, this music video was going to be a narrative style. As you can see, I have a story outline. This is pretty aggressive and violent. That's what the musician wanted. So I've got a story outline right there. Reference videos. So I have, you can see for lighting and some visual influences. Go to this link. For camera technique, special camera trick. For loose narrative, that's dad and son bedroom scenario. Color tone. So I have links to videos. I don't want you to put in links. I want you to just do screen grabs. The color palette, I did a color palette for this, and I did a color swatch. So right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. And that's as far as you need to take it. You can have complementary colors. So maybe colors that work well with these colors as a base, as a baseline. The next one is wardrobe style. Pull images from the web. So I'm gonna So this is actually so I grabbed images for the location. The bedroom was important for this project. So I just grabbed images from Ferris Bueller's room and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know, I'm smart enough to realize it's not going to look exactly like this, but it gives you a sense of the style. Lots of things on the wall. Lots of, there's flags, there's posters. It's a little bit messy. That shows that the character is not a neat freak. So that type of thing. Wardrobe. So wardrobe, you can pull, images from, just simple. If you have a character that's just a guy in a suit, yeah, find some images of a guy in a suit that kind of looks like what you have in your head. Is it 80s style suit? Is it 90s style? I don't know what that is. Yeah, just keep it loose. Don't overthink it. Cinematic references, stills from films that are similar to the cinematic style you want. This I pulled from film Bronson and Apocalypse Now. That gives a great idea of the style of lighting. Very kind of noir-ish, but very cinematic, dramatic style of lighting. The film Carrie, that's, I could take, a lot of people on a crew could look at this and go, oh, okay, I get it. That the style of lighting, the light's coming from below, very harsh lighting. Art department, like wardrobe, the dress is blood, everything. Okay, we kind of get, you're really, that filmmaker, they're not even just suggesting that she's covered in blood, they're showing it. General influences, paintings, books, poems, graphics, etc. I apologize, keep going back to this, but this is what I just worked on, so this is the most recent. I don't even know who did this painting, but it gives me a good sense of, the dark side of this project. So whatever influences you there, whatever you think might help. Writer statement. This one's tough. Who you are and your goals for the film. Yeah, that one's tough. It could be very simple. I'm Kevin Forrest. I'm a cinematographer and teacher living in the Pacific Northwest, and this film means a lot to me because I've been thinking about it for a while, and it's a project that I can relate to. The dark energy and dark thoughts that I feel because of the world around me today, I feel I need to get that out. However you want to say it. And this is a tough one. This is one that, it's gonna make you really contemplate about yourself. Use a common style element throughout your pitch deck. The elements included should be true to the spirit of your project and you. You see that what they've done here in this tree, they're they're probably not going to get awards for graphic design. But they've kept a consistent style. So we kind of get it. The green, they've just gone for the green, the tree, the green. They didn't, go over the top with it. They've kept the fonts similar. Created a font, the tree. They've kept it going right here, the tree. They've kept the green background, black and green, the tree. They've got a little tree symbol right there. That's their headers right there. The tree. That's their header. Again, it's the same as the page before. Same as the page before. So that's what I mean by, a common style element. A film pitch deck is essentially a presentation of your film. It's a visual presentation. It should comprehensively introduce the storyline, who's involved so far, what makes it special, and ultimately win over the hearts of those in front of it. So, the parameters of this assignment. At least have to have a title page, story outline, log line, what the genre is, the main characters with their bios or descriptions, casting ideas, color palette, cinematic references, and be presented as a PDF. This is due Tuesday, April 21st. You can go as elaborate as you want. The ones I showed are, this tree one, that's pretty good. Real good, actually. Solid. This is above and beyond because this is, they had $100,000 behind this film. Mine, as you can see, for a music video, pretty simple. So you can keep it simple. I recommend, going elaborate, especially because for our final assignments, we're going to be picking 2 scripts. So assignment 3, you're going to be writing the first page or 2 of your script, the intro of your story, this in script format. So that and the pitch deck are going to help us decide which 2 films are going to get filmed. The more effort you put into this, if you really want your project to succeed, the more effort you put into this, the better. I'm going to talk more about this during our Zoom meeting, or I'll be able to answer questions. Okay, everyone. So stay healthy.